Fixture congestion at this level is expected. With continental competitions and national competitions, the fact of the matter is you're going to have a lot of games at certain points during the year, and international breaks certainly don't help. The annoying thing is you run into situations like the one we're in now, where you play 4 games in 10 days, and 3 of those games are against the same opponent, Juventus. Fun times. My name is FM20, and this is Forza Milan, episode 13. And this is where we stand at the moment. We are currently 6 points ahead of Juventus, who we've played. Well, we're going to play them 3 times in 10 days. One's a Serie A game, and 2 games are the semifinal of the Tim Cup. We'll get to that in a minute here. As you can see, Inter, Lazio, and Fiorentina are out at the top 5, although Sampdoria is tied with Fiorentina. They have a better goal differential, which is why they're ahead. Roma is a point behind, and Parma is 3 points behind. So I think it's going to be these 8 teams fighting for the top 7 spots. As you can see here, Rafael Leo leads us with 15 goals. Suso, the highest average rating. Sandro Tonali, 11 assists. That's exactly what we bought him for. Lucas Paqueta, 91% pass completion rating. Suso and Theo Hernandez, of all players. My defensive left back, 4 Players of the Match awards. Giovanni Di Lorenzo, 16 yellow cards. I think he's going for 20. Yeah, chances are he'll probably get it. Our 70 goals scored are first in Serie A. Our 18 goals allowed are 4th best. 78 yellow cards are 3rd highest. The 1 red card ties us for 14th. We're doing really good money-wise. We promised to sell Bonaventura. There's 13 days left in the transfer window. And speaking of transfers, we have made a couple moves. As you can see, we've got 5.06 million euros left in the budget. We got a decent amount of payroll to work with, though, so I could probably adjust that up quite a bit if I wanted to. This is the Yax skin. I like this skin. It's really nice. It's really clean. The things I don't like about it, I can easily overlook. The guy who creates it updates it on a regular basis, answers a lot of the bug questions really quickly. It's a really nice skin. I think it's available actually on the Steam website. If not, you can always get it from FM Scout. That's where I got it. As you can see, we have brought 1 player in. Manchester City made Emerick Laporte available, and at 32.5 million euros, going to 37.5 million euros, I don't think he was all that expensive. The other thing I liked is that his salary demands were not outrageous. 140,000 euros a week for a 3.5-star current ability, 4-star potential ability, defensive center back who can also play a bit of defensive left back. You know, he's a solid player. Good physicals, great mentals, great technicals. 16 marking, 16 passing, 16 tackling, 15 technique, 15 heading, 16 anticipation, 15 composure and decision making, 16 positioning and vision. He is going to be part of the rotation. It's going to be him, Romagnoli, and Kerr. And chances are to be Romagnoli and Laporte more often than not. Kerr will flex out to the defensive right back. One of the things I like about the Axe skin is that it's very customizable. There's a lot of different things you can click, but the one thing I do like about it is this training part right here. You can look at the player, see what he's training on, and set his focus, set his intensity level. It's great. I like this. I wish a lot of skins had this. This would be nice. So how do we get to where we are? Well, we haven't lost. After beating it was Bologna 4-3 in the first round match of our Tim Cup, which wasn't advertised or televised. I'm not quite sure why. We were away at Perugia. We won 2-1 thanks to a layout goal and a Daniel James goal in extra time. We were then home against Lazio, and we won thanks to an anti-rabbit goal and a Frank Kessie goal in extra time. We were then at home against Salernitana in the Tim Cup quarterfinal, and we won thanks to a Frank Kessie penalty kick in the 10th minute. They had a player set off in the 59th minute. This was one of those games where we had like 30 shots, 10 on target, and just got the one penalty kick. They had 4 and 4, and it was an odd game to watch. It was frustrating to watch. We beat Genoa 3-0. This was, I'm not going to say a rotated side, but we did get a couple players in to rest a few. Sink Raven had a decent match. Anton Rebic had a brace of goals, which was nice to see. He's kind of been the lost man. I've kind of forgotten I've had him, but he's definitely been getting a lot more playing time. In the home part of our Tim Cup semifinal first leg, we beat Juve 2-1, thanks to a Rebic goal and a Kessie goal, 7 minutes apart in the second half. Cristiano scored in the 32nd minute. This was a fun game. It was an interesting game to watch. We really had our chances. The score easily could have been 5-4 or 4-5, but there was a lot of nice saves made. Against Spal, we won 1-0 thanks to a Frank Kessie goal in the 77th minute. Transfer window-wise, I know I mentioned Laporte, and I totally forgot to mention the players that went out. We have had a couple of players leave. Leo Duarte went to Flamengo on loan. Matty Caldera went to Fiorentina, €325,000 a month. You know, I couldn't turn that down. It was an unsolicited offer, too. I think I remember mentioning that. Julius Gabriel Halali was a youth player who has some potential, but he was never going to fulfill it here. 1-star current ability, 3.5-star potential ability, 17 years old. Spal paid a decent amount of money for him, and chances are I'll see most of that money because it's based on appearances. Sergio Santos went on loan to Ternana. I tried selling him, no one picked him up. And Walter Perez, Spal made an unsolicited offer for him as well. €38,500 a month, plus they're paying most, if not all of his salary. I picked him up to be my backup at defensive left back, and the few times he's played for me have just been disappointing. I could play him at the midfield, but midfield-wise, he's, 5th, 6th down on the list? So I have better options there. This is probably going to be one of those things where we'll move him on next year, and if we recoup at least what we paid for him, I'll be happy. So today we are playing Juve in the second half of the Tim Cup semifinal. So I'm going to check my best 11, set the reserves, and we're going to come back to that match in just a bit. And this is the team we're starting today. It is our 4-2-4. Donnarumma in goal. Theo, Romagnoli, Laporte, and Di Lorenzo as the defensive back four. Paqueta and Kessie as the midfielders. Rodrigo and Rebic as the attacking midfielders. Piatek and Leao up top as the strikers. Suso picked up a knock. He was out for 2 to 3 weeks. I want to say it was like a groin strain. Good grief. And that's why Rebic's been starting. And actually, Rebic's been performing really, really well. 15 minutes in, no highlights so far. Juve's had 3 shots, 2 on target. We have not had any. And Di Lorenzo got booked, and he was already on yellow, which means should we win, he'll miss the next game. Laporte picked up an injury. He's coming back from it. We'll take him off the half. It's actually coming up here. Really quiet first half. I mean, we're coming up on halftime. There's been no highlights whatsoever. We've had 3 shots, 2 on target. Juve's had 6 and 2. They've switched Ronaldo and Costa at least 3 times now. So, God, a really quiet first half. And that is actually not a bad thing. Oh, did I screw up something on my settings? Oh, Costa got the rebound. What did I do? Oh, it got set to only commentary. Okay, no wonder the first half went by really quick. Corner kick or throw-in for us. Paqueta, Theo crosses it in, knocked away. Kessie runs it down. Paqueta and Leao is there and he equalizes. That was nice. I didn't realize the thing was on commentary only. I couldn't figure out why the first half went by so quick. That's why. Bonucci headed it away. Kessie ran it down, tapped it for Paqueta, and Leao on the volley just blows it right by Szczesny. I still can't pronounce his name. Szczesny. Di Lorenzo. Up to Rebic. Back to Di Lorenzo. Long pass. He gives it away. Piatek sends it up to Ramsey. Over to Ronaldo. He's driving forward. Oh, knocked away. Can Bonucci get there? He can, but Piatek takes it away from him. He's got help. Instead, he's going to shoot it right at Szczesny. Can intercepts that. Over to Conte. To Pjanic. Knocked away. Oh, Di Lorenzo gets it from Ronaldo. Rebic driving forward. It's 3-on-2. Well, 3-on-3. Cross it back. No. Guys, come on. We got to be smarter. Chiellini to Sandro. To Conte. All the way back to Szczesny. To Bonucci. Up into space, but Donnarumma's going to run that down. Rolls it over to Romagnoli. Taps it up to Theo. Drives forward. Up to Rodrigo. Go, go, go. All right, Szczesny. You know what? We're going to make a couple of substitutions here. We're going to get Di Lorenzo off and bring on... you know what? We're going to bring on Musacchio and switch him and Kerr. And that is the only change we're going to make now at the moment. Corner kick in. Theo. Well, right, Szczesny. Szczesny? He throws it out to Ronaldo. Long pass into space. Ramsey's going to run that down. Sends it to Ronaldo, and wow, that was a strike. I can't tell if it went over the crossbar or if Donnarumma punched it over the crossbar. Theo in the box, and Szczesny with a nice save. Ronaldo to Higuain, back to Pjanic. Up to Higuain, got between the defenders. Donnarumma, very nice save. Corner kick in for Juve. Pjanic. Rabiot can't handle it. Back to Pjanic, centers it in. Higuain's there. Donnarumma, nice save. Good block, punches the ball to the side and out of bounds. Pjanic again, the Juve corner kick in. Knocked up in the air, and the highlight ends. I'm not a fan of that, but okay. I want to encourage the guys, and now they're frustrated. Ramsey to Can, to Pjanic, to Conte, out to Sandro, all alone on the left. Holds it up, crosses it on the baseline, Higuain to Ronaldo, and Donnarumma got back to block that. Pjanic again on the corner kick, and over the crossbar by Ronaldo. Szczesny taps over to Bonucci, up to Pjanic, over to Conte. Long pass into space, but Musacchio's going to run that down. Donnarumma kicks it out. Rodrigo heads it forward, but there's no one there. Can picks it up for Juve. Dispossessed by Rodrigo. Up into space. Paqueta stopped running for some reason. Now De Ligt has it. Over to Conte. Bonucci. Well, Romagnoli stepped in front of it. Goes right to Pjanic. Out to Ramsey on the right. Baseline cross. Knocked away. Who got fat? Son of a gun. Okay, John Luigi, let's go. Nope. Pjanic from outside the box. Donnarumma, nice save. Rolls it to Musacchio. Up to Kessie. Over to Paqueta. In space. Knocks it forward to Piatek. And Szczesny, a very nice block. Corner kick. De Ligt knocks it forward. Paqueta's going to run that down. Donnarumma, Musacchio, up to Kessie. Drives forward. Taps it over to Kerr. Centers it to Paqueta. Back to Kessie. To Paqueta. He tried knocking it forward, lost it. Romagnoli steps in front of that, but goes right to Pjanic. Conte to De Ligt. Knocks it up. Theo is there. Romagnoli up into space. Chiellini knocks it down. De Ligt to Chiellini. Up into space again. Romagnoli to Rodrigo. Back to Romagnoli. Out towards Rebic, who got behind the defender. Dude, you had options. Come on. Theo on the corner kick. Knocked away. Musacchio. Dispossessed by Darami. He himself is dispossessed, but he's going to get it back. Up to Sandro. Pjanic. De Ligt. Top the box off the crossbar. We got lucky there. Theo taps up to Rodrigo. Last chance. Theo. Piatek, and he scores. Extra time goals. I'm going to have to beep that out. Nice header by Piatek, though. Hernandez, Rodrigo, left side of the box, centers it in, knocked away by Bonucci. Ramsey, up to Conte. Over to Ramsey. Long across the field, Chiellini up to Sandro, who taps it forward. Gets by Kerr. And right at Donnarumma. And we won. On aggregate 4-3. Freaking extra time goal. Rebbit was on 5-9. Well, we received 1 million euros. Torino match has been rearranged. We're playing Inter back-to-back. Why are we playing Inter back-to-back? Because we're playing them in the Tim Cup final. Okay. Well, I am going to save this. I'm going to do the press conference. We're going to play Juve again in 3 days. And we're going to go back for our Champions League match against Celtic. So, back with that match in just a bit. So this was an unexpected result. This is a fairly rotated side. Musacchio, Kurzawa, James, Bonaventura, and Ariza are not starters by any stretch of the imagination, really. I mean, they're backups. Benasser, kind of sort of a starter, but not really. He's part of the rotation. And we absolutely dominated Juventus again. 21 shots, 12 on target, 5 off target, 7 clear-cut chances, 2 half chances, a slight possession advantage. They played this 4-1-4-1. I don't know that I've ever seen them play before. They had Ronaldo up top, and they had a bad game. A lot of the players were tired. Costa was tired. Ronaldo was tired. He came off in the 71st minute. He was on 6-3 at the end. Rezo scored in the 48th minute. I think that's his first goal. Yeah, that's his first goal. He had an assist in an earlier match. So well done to the youngster. And then Krzysztof Piatek had a goal in the 65th minute. This was nice. So we've got Celtic coming up in a couple of days, but I didn't want to show you guys this result. So back with our match at Celtic in just a bit. And because of yellow cards, Di Lorenzo is out. Suso is coming off an injury. He's only good for about 45 minutes, so he is not getting the start. Anyhow, Donnarumma in goal. Theo, Laporte, Romagnoli, and Kerr as the defensive back four. Tonali and Kessie as the midfielders. Rodrigo and James as the attacking midfielders. Piatek and Lau up top as the strikers. I went back to Milan to see if I could get Rodrigo on loan again for next year. They said no. And I said, hey, I'll pay 150,000 euros a month. And they still said no. So, looks like this is the only year we're going to have him. We should make the best use of him we can. I'm not all that familiar with Celtic's team. Nacham is a name I recognize. But that's about it. Okay, I'm almost positive. I was going to say, this is not on commentary only again. Layout to James. Crosses in, Rodrigo. Tonali, top of the box. Wow, what a laser of a shot. Oh, I love this kid. He is absolutely brilliant. We've been thoroughly dominating Celtic, who got out of their group that contained... who did it have in it? I just remember thinking at the time they were going to have a hard time getting out of it unless one of the other teams absolutely fell on their face. And I think that's what happened. We'll go back to that and check here in a bit after the game. Laporte twisted his knee again. You know what? We'll get him off the half. Well, that's 2 games in a row now where he suffered a twisted knee. We're just absolutely dominating Celtic. 11 shots, 4 on target. Decent possession advantage. You get Musacchio on. Switch him and Romagnoli. Oh, I totally forgot to tell Kessie to calm down. Okay, hopefully that won't come back to bite me. We might get him off at the 60-minute mark here. Hernandez twisted his knee. Jeez. Okay, you know what? It's the 60-minute mark. We're going to bring out Paqueta for Kessie. And Kurzawa's going to come on for Hernandez. Kerr on the throw into Lau. Long pass. Tried centering toward Piatek, but it was too far. Kappa to Holding. Up to Christie. Dispossessed by Kerr. Musacchio. Oh, tried sending it to Rodrigo, but Four stepped in front of it. Now he has the ball. Gives it away to Kurzawa. Up into space. Piatek never stopped running. And he pushes it wide right. I can always tell I'm frustrated because my S's go like that. Jeez. Rogic on the throw-in from Kappa. Back up into space. Rogic's there. Oh, he hits the crossbar. Ball goes way up in the air. And I guess they're saying Rogic was offside. 10 minutes left. Kerr to James. Back to Kerr. Back up to James, who ran away from it. Now Leo has it. Got by the one defender. And he shoots it right at Barkas. There are too many one-on-ones in this match engine that just go right to the keeper. Kurzawa just got injured. And, well, we eke out a 1-0 victory thanks to a Sounders finale goal in the 19th minute. Kurzawa went out with an injury. That's not a good thing. Kerr, player of the match, due to his defensive performances. 7.7, that's really well done. Did he have the assist? No, Rodrigo had the assist. So Kerr got a 7.7 just based on his defensive performance. Piatek at 6.3. Jeez. So Celtic came out of Group D, which was PSG, Porto, and Galatasaray. And PSG absolutely ran away with it, which is what I expected. I thought Porto would finish second, but they didn't. They got shut out. They only won one game. Oh, good on Celtic. They've been playing since the first qualifying round. Good grief. Well, you know what? Good on them. At least until, we beat them again. Which is what we're going to come back for. We play them again in 4 weeks. So we're going to come back. It'll be a double live com, Celtic and Atalanta. Let's see where Atalanta is. They're mid-table, I imagine. Yeah, they're 11th. So the transfer window will be closed then. We've got a couple players we're still trying to move, but I don't think it's going to happen. Bonaventura wants to leave. Watford made an offer for him, but they want us to pay like 75% of his salary, and I'm not doing that. And he's not taking up any offers at other teams because he wants like 160,000 euros a week, and that's just not going to happen for a 31-year-old striker with leg issues. So that said, a solid win for us against Celtic. I just wish my strikers would learn how to go around the keeper and realize that, the goal is however wide it is, and they can use all of it to try and score. So, that said, if you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticism, comments, leave those down below. I'll answer those as fast as I can. My name's FM20, and thank you for watching Forza Milan, episode 13.